There's definitely an advantage to doing videos right after you watch something, especially if you move on and start watching something else. Because I watched Smackdown, and realistically, despite the fact I watched Smackdown, despite the fact I watched it less than 5 hours ago, I realistically only remember the Randy Orton and Cody exchange with the Drew interruption, and then Drew being ambushed by Priest. So we'll just address those. And I liked the Randy thing. That was well done. It was still like face presenting, which was nice. And then Drew came in and he talked smack and oh Randy, you should be at the back of the bus. And I'm like, oh okay, whatever, Drew. Weren't you after Gunter's title? Like, wasn't that the thing you were in? Are you not also at the back of at the back of the line now? Which, regardless of which title you go for, I mean, maybe you can make an argument that Randy is behind you, but technically that just you're second to last, Drew. And I like you. I don't get me wrong. I like Drew, and he has a penchant for sort of telling like. I would describe it as telling half-truths rather than telling the truth, because I think he likes to admit stuff and sort of frame it in certain ways so that he doesn't look bad. And he's had some hard times, and despite the fact that I like Drew, I still enjoyed watching Priest beat him the hell up. I'm a wrestling fan. I don't have consistency. I like who I like, and right now everybody that I like is in some form of feud with someone else who I also like. So like, it's a little silly. And then we watched CM Punk come in, and like he had a chuckle about the resulting row between Damian and Drew. So that was fun. I mean, I guess there was the contract signing, but. Whatever. I mean, it was like, hey, we're here to sign a contract. No, we're here to have a Donnybrook. We know that. Like, come on, we've done this. Dean Ambrose hung a thing on it. CM Punk's hung a sign on it and said, this is how this happens. So, like, we're not doing anything unusual here. And I'm amazed at how much heat that they have for each other. This really feels like it should be. Like, I get the CM Punk part of this equation and why he has some issues with, well, mostly with Seth. I mean, he's got some issues with Roman, but more of a you're kind of in my way thing rather than somebody I actually, have a legitimate sort of gripe with, right? And I know CM Punk is like selling everything as this is just business. Which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. So obviously he is what he is. It's cool. It's fine. But yeah, no, it was weird, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be and this is gonna be a main event, which is fine. I don't mind. I don't care. And of course, like, oh, and I was like, because I was doing the thing when I was listening to it, and was like, oh, the clauses there. Don't worry, it is a main event. Great, CM Punk gets his main event. Perfectly fine with that. Man's been here for years, in one frame or another. It's fine. And then the reveal that it wasn't the favor, and I was like, good, because I'd hate to see CM Punk burn his favor on just getting his main event scene. That seems like something we could just give him. The favor's still outstanding. I have no idea what CM Punk's going to do with that. Mostly because it's a Paul Heyman thing that Paul needs to do it. Now, obviously, there are people saying that, like, oh, Paul can make Roman do it, or whatever. I'm like, no, it'll be a Paul thing. So it'll probably be a Paul turn. If it is not done in some other way, but like more than likely it'll be a Paul turns on the bloodline or on Roman, or however you want to frame it right now. And that's the way that's going to work. And that's going to be the way it is. So that'll be it, however that works. And it'll be fine. It'll be sure. I mean, the match will probably be stupendous. Kind of want CM Punk to win, because this entire line has just, the way Seth has behaved is just sort of like, but this is a case of, I really don't like anybody, to counter the argument that it seemed like all the feuds were people staying. And I'm like, I'm kind of rooting for CM Punk, which I don't particularly love, because CM Punk's never been my guy. He's not the kind of guy I would normally root for. And it was just sort of tertiary things. And it was like the whole thing of like, I rooted for the original Bloodline for War Games because that seemed to be the side worth backing. Not really. I like that side. I do like the Usos. But realistically, I didn't care. And then, of course, it headed up to the Elimination Chamber. Punk had a little altercation with Logan Paul. That's always going to get you points from me. You could be the biggest heel on the planet if you attack Logan Paul. I love you. But anyways, so we'll see how this all frames up. I think the match will be great at WrestleMania. I don't know if it'll be like night 1 or night 2. I speculate night 1 because I think they're going to put Cody and the whatever garbage he's fighting. Who is he fighting? Oh, well. Right, John Cena. Yeah. Sorry. Completely forgettable person. So, yeah, so that's probably going to be my night 2. So this is going to be night 1. Power to it. I don't have a problem with it. It should be a great match. We'll see who comes out. I'm not going to pretend that I understand how that booking should work. If it was up to me, though, I would probably book CM Punk to win. Probably in some sort of way of Seth takes a cheap shot at Roman, and then that takes Roman out of the equation, and then Seth gets rocked by CM Punk. Let's face it, that would work. Nobody would mind that, I don't think. I don't think anybody cares about them anymore. I think only CM Punk really's got a good following. So, anyways, have a nice day.